Hi, my name is Kara Brown. I am an urban fantasy author and the operations director for Otherworld Inc. and I'm here to do a tag. I actually meant to do this tag right before Christmas, but I unfortunately ended up taking 2 weeks off of YouTube because I flew out on the Friday I had meant to make the video, and now we're here. So I was tagged by the Adorkable author in the in December writing tag, the naughty or nice thing, and she only did a couple of questions. There's 25 questions. I'm actually going to answer all 25 questions because I think there's some good information from me to you to share in there that could be worthwhile. So let's just go ahead and dive right into this because I definitely owe you guys a good video after being gone for 2 weeks. Alright, so question 1, the nightmare before Christmas. What is a writing or book release mistake that still haunts you? My book release, I think for the most part, went pretty well. The one thing that I wish that I probably would have done is commissioned more artists to do kind of like fan and promo art for me. I didn't do that. I wish I had. And the only reason I'm saying that is because now and then I have an author who will like reach out to me to ask me to do like art for a bookmark or something else like that, and they tag me and then I tag them. It's just a nice way to kind of get more word out about your book while lifting others up, and that's definitely like the thing that I want to do for next year. So that's the mistake that I wish I had done. Also, knowing that you can't pre-order physical books when it's being published through Amazon would have been something that I would have liked to have actually known. At the time, I wasn't really super sure. When I made inquiries, people would just send me links to like the Kindle website when they could have just said it does not do that. That was never done. So I would have liked to have known that. So you know that now too. Let's see. Do you have furry writing companions? Bonus points if you show them on film. I get bonus points if you're on the camera. That wasn't very hard, was it? This is, come here, come here. See, so there was Bones, here is Ranger, and then underneath by my desk is Kissy, and Mac is not in here to keep me company because he likes to sleep on the sofa. Let's see, question 3, milk and cookies. What is your favorite writing snack? Bonus points if it's milk and cookies. It is not milk and cookies. I actually don't eat while I write because I don't want the stuff on my hands to get on the keyboard. Normally what I do is I either chew gum or I have something that I can kind of like suck on. Sometimes when I'm not on the camera doing writing sprints, I am actually like chewing on a cinnamon stick because I just like that my breath tastes like cinnamon. Let's see, number 4, Elves. Do you have any writing helpers you would like to do a shout out, emotional support, or critique partner, anybody who helps you from the shadows? So huge shout out to Mr. Brown, my husband. Anytime I'm freaking out about writing, he's usually very easy to talk to, and he helps me kind of like rationalize my crazy thoughts and what's going on. Definitely would like to do a shout out to Tamara, Megan, Sky, Amy, Dana. I'm missing somebody. Who, when I really am losing my mind, they're always willing to come and talk to me and help me out with that process. They're really supportive, and they're also part of my beta reading team as well, so I always appreciate beta readers. Beta readers are very awesome. See, number 5, Sleigh Bells. What music do you listen to when writing? I don't listen to music when I write because the lyrics are distracting. What I have is actually a noise generator that I listen to. I'll link it down below. It's just called mynoise.net. It's really good, and basically it just plays some stuff that will help me tune out what's going on in the background, basically dog barking. Number 6 has to do with a character from my books. Number 6 is Christmas lights. What character would be most likely to use Christmas lights inappropriately, such as to tie someone up, shock somebody, or rig up an explosive, you name it? Ghost would do all of those. She would do every one of those. Because she's a trickster and she likes to be creative with what she has on hand, and some of that would probably be encouraged by Silence, who's her talking sword. Number 7, Feast. What is your favorite food-related scene? So Ghost doesn't actually eat that way, so I don't really have a favorite food related scene unless you like cannibalism. So I mean, like, number 8, which of your characters could romance a present at a Santa? Probably Goodfellow. Goodfellow is kind of like the playboy of the summer court, and he's really good at getting what he wants. Although Santa, my thing, is pretty dedicated to Mrs. Claus, so I don't know how well that would work. But if anybody had a chance, it would be Goodfellow. Let's see, number 9, ho ho ho. What is a line or scene that makes you or your readers laugh? I can't read that out loud because I think YouTube would probably yell at me for language, but it probably has to do with. I'm actually gonna go ahead and switch from Kara Brown pin name to Faye Black pin name because I know that there's a scene that made everybody else laugh in there, and it had to do with when Aurora uses the word consent boner. Apparently everybody laughed at that, and that's I thought was pretty funny. Number 10, Santa's bag. If you could tell Santa one item that should be given to every writer everywhere, what would it be? It's an item? Water. Everybody should have water. That's every item that they should always have and always drink and keep drinking. Number 11, eggnog. What is your favorite writerly drink, and most importantly, do you ever spike it with alcohol? So I either drink water, soda, or I drink alcohol. My favorite writerly drink is actually going to be water, followed by, oh no, coffee. I drink coffee too. So I guess coffee is my favorite writerly drink. I do not spike it, but if I do have to spike it, it's usually going to be with like Bailey's. Maybe whiskey. I like whiskey. 12. Holiday parties. Do you have a log line prepared for when somebody asks you about your book, or do you run and hide? Or do you have a masterful plan of diverting the rest of us can use? My log line is a man-eating monster learns to find love and make friends. That's my log line for my first book. My log line for like Dressed Up, which is coming out in February, is a Disney princess learns to tie people up. So I mean, the whole point of a log line is to kind of hint at what the story is while also kind of making intrigue. So those are my log lines. I wish you luck in making yours. Number 13, Santa's list. How many characters are in the main cast of your most recent work in progress or publication? So in the publication there are 25 characters because they all play a part in the following novel, so I kind of used the first one to like subtly introduce them all. In my current work in progress there are 12 people, and I'm pairing most of them up so that way they can have their own short story. So too many characters, I know. Number 14, Santa's coming to town. Is your protagonist naughty or nice? If you have multiple books or protagonists, you can do this for multiple. They're all naughty in some shape or form. Like Ghost breaks in and steals things and mocks people, and all the characters from my Fae Black are just completely naughty. Like just, yeah, they're naughty. There you go. Number 15, what character would spend way too much time wrapping presents because they want it to look perfect? That would probably be Ghost if she has to send like presents to her foster children. She may be like, Ghost may be Ghost, but when it comes to like her foster kids, she wants to be like the good mom figure, so she tries to make like all the dinners perfect, all the presents perfect. She just tries to make it all perfect. That's where that goes, so yeah. Number 16, cutting down Christmas trees. Do you edit your manuscript in digital format or print it out? Normally what I do is I just do it all digital. I've tried to print it out and it doesn't work for me. The only time I will actually print my manuscript out is when I'm going to take it to writing group because they need to see the physical copies. But when it comes to my self-edit and everything that I have to do, it's all digital. I edit it. I write it in Google Docs and then I put it in Word and listen to the robot voice read it back to me so I can find inconsistencies and stuff like that. And then I use Pro Writing Aid after that to help me with anything else that I may have missed. So it's all digital for me. I can't do the physical copies unless it's just me writing critiques on somebody else's stuff. 17, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Which of your characters is most likely to steal cookies and or gifts from Santa? That would be Silence, the sentient talking sword that has no filter. If he can possess somebody, he'll make them go steal that stuff. I almost wanted to say that Ghost would do it, but Ghost likes to have a good relationship with Santa. I mean, she's still on the naughty list for telling all the elves that Christmas was moved to the summer, but I mean, that's a story for a different time. Number 18, what is your favorite weather to write in? None of them. I like to write inside my house where I can change the AC to what makes it comfortable for me. Although I am very productive in the spring to the fall just because there's more daylight, so it makes it feel like there's more time for me to get stuff done. The winter I struggle with just because there's less daylight, and usually I'm off visiting family and doing all that kind of stuff. So, number 19, Santa's beard. Who is your oldest character and how old are they? I have way too many characters with numbers that go higher than I probably think that they should go. Those characters would be certain gods, part of the cluster from my Ghostwalker series. Ghost is pretty old. Ghost's awareness is about 5,000 years old, and then it gets kind of complicated to explain after that. But yeah, so all my characters are like really effing old. I think it would be easier to ask who the youngest one is, but there you go. Gingerbread House. Who is your handiest and craftiest character? That's Ghost. Ghost basically is the person that takes care of the manor. She fixes things around the manor. She hotwires cars. She breaks into houses. If it's something that can be physically done, at some point she has learned to do it. So yeah, she's really hands-on with getting stuff done. Like there's one scene where she breaks into a safe with like a stethoscope and like some other stuff, but yeah. 21, which of your characters is most likely to make snow angels and which is most likely wishing that they were on a beach instead? So Ghost, JJ, Azrael would probably make snow angels. Silence doesn't really care about the beach. He's indifferent. He just wants to stab things, so he would rather be stabbing things. Vanya would probably like to be on a beach. He's been in the manor since he was appointed to watch over it, so going to a beach might be a nice change of scene for him. David would probably like to go hang out on a beach. He's definitely like a beach, like hang out and tan kind of person if he is able to sit still for that long. From Fae Black, I would say that Aurora and Nia would probably like to be on the beach, so yeah. Number 22, Silent Night. What characters refuse to talk to you as a writer? I'm the writer. They do what I tell them to, so. Number 23, what holidays or traditions exist in your stories or world? If you have too many to list, what is your favorite? So, basically the holidays that we have here are pretty much the same as in my two works. In the Ghostwalker Chronicles, They definitely celebrate the solstice a little bit more than the commercial holidays that we have right now. The spring solstice is probably like the big, like, you know, spring break party. So when everybody gets together, they drink too much, get frisky, and, you know, celebrate spring and all the different ways to do that. Number 24, show us your writing space or a picture of your writing space. Bonus points if it's a disaster zone. So I write over here. I don't think that's a disaster zone, but yeah, so I write there, and that's pretty much all there is to show. And last one is number 25, naughty or nice. Which character was on the naughty list but Santa liked them and took them off? None. No, not really. I mean, maybe Ghost. Ghost got on the naughty list, like I said before, for telling the elves that Christmas got moved to summer, with along with a lot of other tricksters who were kind of, it was a big prank they all did together. But even though he likes her, she's gonna be on like the naughty list forever. But she's okay with that because coal is really useful for the manor. Okay, so that was actually a lot of fun. I don't normally do tags. I do like tags, so if you guys want to like throw a tag at me, I would really. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I'd like to do more if it's possible. Down below, I'm actually going to have all those questions on there, and I think it would be a lot of fun if you can pick one or all of them if you really want, and just kind of like post your answer to one of them. That might be really fun. If you already have it related to a work that you have published, feel free to link that in the comments below so that way people can go and check out your stuff as well. Speaking of publication, I do have some of my favorite work titles out in pre-order right now. I'll link those down below if you want to get in on that. That's really useful. They're 99 cents. Basically, it's just giving me coffee money and hopefully a good story for you. The pre-order for the re-release for Queen of Swords and Silence is not out yet. We're working on that right now. The team's like busy doing all the things that they need to do to make it happen. But as soon as that is up and ready to go, I'm going to have that available for y'all. That is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to reading what you have to say in the comments, and I'm going to talk to y'all again real soon.